Former Penguins look to continue their dreams in the NFL.
We crown another Horizon League champion.
All this and much more coming up on the Penguin Rundown. What's going on, Penguin Nation? John SCHIRALDI, Mike Yurstowski back in the studio with you for the final time this semester. Michael, it's hard to believe that we're already on our last episode in 2017.
It really is, John. It feels like yesterday we were getting ready for winter break. Now we're getting headed into summer break.
And we have a ton of great stories to send you off into the summer with, starting with Corey McRae and the news that went on this weekend at the NFL Draft.
Thanks, John. 253 players heard their name called last weekend during the NFL Draft, as well as the many free agent signings that took place after. YSU will not look to have one, but 4 Penguins represent their school at the next level. Derek Rivers was the first to hear his name called by the New England Patriots with the 83rd overall pick in the 3rd round. This makes him the highest YSU player taken since quarterback Ron Jaworski in #73. The 2-time All-American and 3-time All-MVFC selection holds a school record in sacks, as well as ranking 4th in school history with 56.5 tackles for loss. Rivers adds a brand new element to defensive coordinator Matt Patricia's defense and is a prototypical player Bill Belichick has always wanted, with the versatility to play as a 4-3 defensive end or as a 3-4 outside linebacker. Rivers also displays an insane burst off the line and a second gear to get around blockers. With the lateral quickness to get around and a pure bull rush to get through, Rivers will be decimating quarterbacks for a long, long time. Now on the other side of the defensive line, Avery Moss, whom was drafted by the New York Giants in the 5th round. The Nebraska transfer was second on the team, only to Derek Rivers in sacks with 12. Last season's first team All-MVFC also had a team high 4 forced fumbles. Much like his teammate, Avery has the versatility to play as a 4-3 defensive end or a 3-4 outside linebacker. Avery will find himself at home in East Rutherford, New Jersey, playing alongside a defensive unit that ranked in the top 10 a year ago. 2 more Penguins will also look to make the most of their opportunities at the next level. David Rivers started all 16 games for the Red and White last year, finishing with 33 tackles. Rivers can bring the size, length, and short area quickness that would have an immediate impact on an ailing Green Bay Packers secondary and special teams. A recurring theme, though, is versatility. That's what offensive lineman Dylan COLUCCI looks to provide the Carolina Panthers, the ability to play tackle or move inside and play guard. The 50-game starter was instrumental in an offensive line that paved the way for a rushing attack that finished just shy of 4,000 yards on the season. COLUCCI has a size that NFL coaches worship, and with his versatility at the potential to be a 10-year starter in the league. Again, congratulations and good luck to all the YSU Penguins representing us at the next level. We look forward to seeing you on Sunday.
The baseball team hosted Horizon League foe Valparaiso at Eastwood Field this past weekend. YSU made short work of the Crusaders, picking up 2 wins over the 3-game series. Friday, sophomore Kyle Baniecki had himself a day, going 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs. His 2-run shot in the bottom of the 2nd inning gave YSU a 3-0 advantage. Valpo would battle back, however, evening things at 5 going into the bottom of the 9th. But Alex Laravy's walk-off double scored Baniecki to give the Gwins the 6-5 win. On Saturday, the Penguins started off slow, entering the 8th inning down by 3, but a 5-run surge in the bottom half of the 8th gave YSU the 2nd win of the weekend. Alex Laravy and Webb Charles both had RBIs in the inning, and a fielding arrow by Valpo would bring both Gwins home, giving YSU the 9-7 win. YSU now sits at 14-28 following this weekend's 2 wins, and the Gwins are better positioned than they were last year. The Penguins have 41 home runs so far as compared to the 12 they had all of last season. The team's overall batting average, triples hit, RBIs, and stolen bases count have all increased under head coach Dan Bertolini. This is a testament to the work and hard work of coach and his staff. The Penguins look to battle back for the Horizon League Championship tournament next weekend.
Last weekend, the softball team closed out the home portion of the regular season with a series sweep over Cleveland State. On Friday, senior Caitlin Minnie picked up a pair of wins to lead the team to a 3-1 and 12-4 victory. Callie Makovich went 2 for 3 with 2 RBIs to help the Gwins pick up the wins. On Sunday, the women came from behind to pick up a 8-7 win. Senior Sarah Dowd went 2 for 3 with a solo home run, while Brittany Moffitt went 2 for 4 with 2 RBIs. Again, senior Caitlin Minnie picked up the win, striking out 7 batters over 5 innings. The Gwins now improved to 26-26 on the season and 14-7 in conference play. Good luck to the entire team as they close out the regular season this weekend with a 3-game series at Detroit Mercy.
With less than a week before they defend their Horizon League Outdoor Track and Field Champion title, members of both the men's and women's team were in action at the Ashland Alumni Open. 3 Penguins won events. Nicolette Christolis won the hammer throw with a toss of 52.12 meters, while Suzanne Kozoil won the steeplechase with a time of 11 minutes, 27 seconds, and Chandler Killens won long jump with a leap of 5.10 meters. 5 other Gwins also had top 5 finishes. Good luck to the men and women as they begin the Outdoor Track and Field Championships tomorrow afternoon. The meet is again hosted by YSU and will be right here on campus. So head down to Farmers National Bank Field on campus to cheer on the track and field team.
Over the past weekend, a couple of YSU teams were able to secure recruits from around the nation. The men's basketball team continued their streak of recruits by getting a verbal commitment out of senior Michael Akuchi. A native from Fort Lauderdale, Florida, the 6'8" small forward visited YSU this past week and a few days later gave his commitment. Akuchi says that YSU's business school, as well as his immediate connection with Coach Calhoun, were the factors that convinced him to choose YSU. Akuchi also had offers from Cornell and Florida International, but instead decided to become a Gwin. The men's team were also able to pick up sophomore Devin Morgan out of Delaware State. The transfer will have to sit out next season due to NCAA rules, but will still have 2 years of eligibility after. The 5'10" guard averaged over 14 points per game last season and expected to be a versatile scoring option for Coach Calhoun and company. Going over to the volleyball team, Coach Hardaway was able to get a letter of intent from senior Jalen King out of Fairfax, Virginia. King was named 2nd team All-State in Division I and was named 2nd team All-Conference while playing at Paul VI High School. Coach Hardaway said that they were very excited to have King, who brings talent, enthusiasm, and the type of personality needed to succeed and thrive with this young growing volleyball team. Congratulations to all the new recruits. We're very excited to see you on campus next fall.
Both the men's and women's tennis teams were in Ann Arbor on Friday to open play at the Horizon League Championships. The men began with a 4-0 win over Northern Kentucky. In doubles play, Mitch Moroser and Tomás Rodriguez won 6-1 at the number 1 spot, while Daniela Vermechek and Joe Goretto picked up the 6-3 victory. During singles, Vermechek won at number 2, Rodriguez won at number 3, and Yossi Dahan took home the win at the number 6 spot. With the Gwins improved to 19-7 overall and also advanced to play the top-seeded Valparaiso in the semifinals on Saturday. During the clash between the two hottest teams in the Horizon League, YSU dropped the 4-3 contest. The Gwins split the 6 singles matches, but the Crusaders took the doubles points to win the tournament. The men finished the season with a record 19 wins. Tomás Rodriguez also finished the season with a total of 25 match wins to set a school record. Serving things over to the women's side, they entered the tournament with an 8-match win streak and look to defend their championship title. We take a look now live at the Horizon League Championships.
It was a championship Sunday here at the Varsity Tennis Center on the campus of the University of Michigan, where NCAA tournament berths would be on the line on both the men's and women's side. On the women's side, the Youngstown State Penguins look to keep their role going on in the hunt for the 4th consecutive Horizon League title, but it would not come easy. The Wright State Raiders would get the doubles point behind Turner and Culbertson, but then the Penguins would begin to answer the bell in singles play. Number 1 singles Dominika Lakova would get the win, closely followed by a victory at number 2 for Noelle Nasimba, and the Penguins were on their way. Championship would conclude on court number 5, where Iman Hassim would lock things up for the Youngstown State Penguins, and they would win their 4th consecutive Horizon League Championship. The Youngstown State Penguins continue the dynasty. They are the 2017 Horizon League Women's Tennis Champions.
Congratulations to the entire team. They finished the season at 16-8 overall and will head back to Ann Arbor on May 12th to take on the 10th-seeded Michigan Wolverines in the first round of the NCAA Regionals. We wish them the best of luck from everyone here at the Penguin Rundown.
Each week of the past semester, we have named one YSU student athlete of the Penguin of the Week for achieving success both on and off the field. Well, we asked you, Penguin Nation, who you believed was deserving of the title Penguin Athlete of the Year. And not surprisingly, the overwhelming majority of you chose the man who's got even the normally stoic Bill Belichick smiling. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2017 Penguin Athlete of the Year from the Youngstown State football team, Derek Rivers.
With the 83rd pick in the 2017 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Derek Rivers, defensive end, Youngstown State.
Head coach of the New England Patriots, Bill Belichick, has said there are no shortcuts to building a team each season. You build the foundation brick by brick. In the case of the Patriots' selection of Derek Rivers, Belichick couldn't have asked for a more solid piece to help set the groundwork for the Patriots' Super Bowl defense. In his senior campaign alone, Rivers racked up 14 sacks and an incredible 19.5 tackles for loss, all the while leading YSU to the FCS National Championship game. Rivers said his past 4 years at Youngstown State are what have led him to the NFL.
Man, like no other. I mean, to God be the glory, it's a blessing to be here. Coach Bo, between all the coaches that I've had, Coach Sims, every single coach that I've had here, I can honestly say I've learned something from each one of them. And then outside of that, I have a great group of friends that I met, people outside of, people out on the campus. Like, I mean, I've never been to Ohio before, so these 4 years have been my first time, like before Youngstown's first time I've been in Ohio. So I didn't know what to expect, and it's been awesome and nothing but, it's done nothing but make me better, so.
Hard work has been Rivers' mantra, and a reason he now stands a member of the reigning Super Bowl champions. The Virginia native wants to assure all his new teammates the one thing they most definitely won't have to worry about is his work ethic.
Well, it's definitely work ethic. I mean, the same thing that they got here in Youngstown, it's no difference. I'm gonna be the same person, even better. I mean, so people overdo it. I mean, it's all football. I mean, it's something that we love to play. We love to go out there and play for people that we love, play for the Lord, and it's just, I mean, they're gonna get the same guy that was here.
Undoubtedly, the Penguins will have a void to fill on defense in 2017. Rivers was selected first team Missouri Valley Conference the past 3 seasons. And the 6'5", 250-pound quarterback nightmare currently sits as YSU's all-time leader in sacks. And his 41 quarterback takedowns place him in the top 5 in FCS history. Beyond the numbers, Rivers' humility, faith, and dedication are what have made him into a favorite in the locker room and amongst fans. So while it was Rivers' devastating combination of speed and strength that caught the eye of many NFL scouts, it's his leadership and character that have propelled him above many of his peers, and ultimately to Foxborough, Massachusetts.
Honestly, number 1, keep God first. Number 2, I definitely say it doesn't matter. I can speak on a football standpoint, and this kind of relates to like going to get jobs as well. Doesn't matter where you come from. I mean, it's just, as far as like going to get jobs, it doesn't really matter if you're going up a kid that went to Harvard, you know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter, it's just about just be yourself, be personable, respect everybody, love everybody, and just outwork that man beside you. Just going in there and not caring and just knowing that that person beside you is a person just like you. Y'all put on the same, for football, y'all put on the same shoulder pass. It's like coming from here, it's like, I mean, so what? Everybody always asks me like, what's it mean coming from FCS school? What's the difference in level of competence? I'm like, man, there is none. So everybody's the same player, it's just a matter of who puts in the most work for real.
Great work by John SCHIRALDI, and congratulations to our Penguin Athlete of the Year, Derek Rivers, well earned. So you think you know Youngstown State? We went around and asked you, fellow Penguins, how well you know YSU. Our very own Angela FORMICHELLI was out in the field for this week's segment of Do You Know YSU?
Obviously, it's the talent and the behind the scenes talent. That's my favorite. Those are my favorite things.
I like hearing the fresh take about what's going on at YSU in terms of sports. And I think it's also great to see the students involved. They have a great chemistry on air, and I think it's really fun to watch.
I like the interviews with the different players because really as coaches we don't get to know them very well if they're in different sports. So you know, some of the players that we hear about we don't necessarily know, so it's fun to kind of get their insights when they're on your show.
What is your favorite thing about Penguin Rundown?
The crew.
the cast and crew that's on there for sure. It's Wednesday afternoons is my favorite time here in the studio because of those guys and everybody that's on there, guys and girls, I should say.
Favorite thing about the Penguin Rundown are just the students that are a part of it, such as, you know, Corey and Allison and a few other people. They really make it interesting, and it's very entertaining, especially for people that aren't, you know, like sports fanatics. Like, they make it in language so that we can understand.
I think the Penguin Rundown is a really cool production that our school does, and I just think it's awesome that a bunch of students come together to make something like that.
Jeez, oh man. All of them.
John Schiraldi.
I would have to say my favorite host is Mike because he has a special connection with our team.
Corey's my favorite host.
They're all good for different reasons. I like that Margot stepped up and started hosting this semester. So this semester, Margot for sure.
I have to completely be neutral and be Switzerland, and I'm going to give this weasel answer and say I think everyone does a great job.
Maybe a few more features on from maybe like a bowling team or tennis.
More baseball, softball highlights.
I would say to continue the player interviews. I would like to see maybe more in-depth into practices, highlights, things like that, maybe behind-the-scenes stuff. I think that would be fun to see.
Extracurricular club sports, I think that's fun. That's an angle that we don't always see. And more Anchorman spoofs. I'm waiting on that.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? I need you to stop what you're doing and listen. I've just been handed an urgent and horrifying news story. It's the last episode of the Penguin Rundown, champ.
Hey, Ron.
How you doing, buddy?
Well, I'm hanging in there. I'm surprised to be here, honestly, but I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, I got to be honest. You got into a little hot water this weekend up in Cleveland. I understand you were trying to catch the penguins and cook him, as it were.
Well, that's what they say, Ron. The chicken of the Arctic. That's what penguins are.
I don't believe I've ever actually...
Oh, it's a great dish. Add a little salt with it. Fantastic.
I believe that's just called a Class 4 felony, champ. But I was going to ask you, have you seen Brick anywhere today?
I haven't, Ron.
He should get here soon. I mean, I know his weather segment's coming up relatively quickly here, but nonetheless, he'll turn up.
I think he's looking for lamps.
I love lamp, but that rascal always has a tendency to turn up. But
he is
we
a
do
little
want
rascal.
to thank everybody from the Penguin Rundown for having the Channel 9 News team back here to talk about some YSU sports, especially Kevin Davis and the always wonderful and very talented John Schiraldi.
Who?
He's a great young man. He's really one of the brightest in his profession. But
I've heard he's a little controlling.
I've heard that as well. Greatness, you know, is in the eye of the beholder. But nonetheless, champ, we're here to talk about some YSU sports, and specifically some outstanding displays of athleticism.
Well, Ron, we're here for the top 5 whammies of the whole entire year, Ron.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard the man. Let's check out the top 5 whammies, as it were, of the 2017-16 Penguin season.
That graphic's wrong, Ron. Should say whammy.
Well, take it up with the graphics operator, Mr. Colin Headley. We pick things up at volleyball with
whammy!
By the beard of Trevor Parks, Sam Brown with just a vicious spike on
right
the outside.
Down the line, Ron.
Talk about a Class 4 felony there, champ.
Now, number 4, Allison Smolinski. Bang, bang, bang. She had 30 points in this game, Ron. That's 3-0. It was the second time this year she did it.
I wonder if she's single, champ. That's what I'm wondering.
I was wondering the same thing, Ron.
I guess we'll have to just
I think my friend Mike Erstowski's got a pretty good chance.
Well, I don't know about that. But anyways, we're over at the track now where, to put things simple, Chad Zallo is rather fast.
Whammy!
And
whammy!
Oh,
whammy!
Oh, my.
Whammy!
Well.
Whammy!
Okay. Well, he took first, and he broke a couple records this year, so well done, Chad. Number 2, I believe we're going to travel to Detroit.
Uh-oh! And whammy!
I believe they call this the rope-a-dope, Mike, as it were. And I got to be honest, I'm no basketball coach by any means, but I think you're at least supposed to guard people of some sort.
That's what they call it, Motor City Madness, Ron.
But my point is,
it's madness.
He was wide open.
Cam Morris had 34 in that game, too.
Whoa, unbelievable. outing from Mr. Cameron Morris on the ESPN network. But the top play of the year, of course, we've seen it so many times.
Whammy!
A whammy of a catch indeed, my friend, by Kevin Rader, and just really an unbelievable feat.
How did he catch that, Ron?
Well, it appears he pins it off the young man's shoulder, as it were, and great display of upper body strength there by that young man, Kevin Rader.
That guy is something. Look at that throw.
I think Hunter Wells got lucky.
I could watch that all day, Ron.
Well, the clip ran out, so we're going to have to do something else.
I think I can find it on YouTube.
You can. You can also find the Penguin Rundown on YouTube, so be sure to check it out.
Wow, that was a good throw-in.
Nonetheless, as we look at things and we close up the semester, really, I'm upset Brick's not here to close things out.
I thought he'd be here.
I thought he would be here.
Oh, Brick!
Brick!
Hey, buddy!
Where have you been? We've been looking for you. Your weather segment was supposed to be right now. We ended up having to scrap it, as it were. Are you pulling something out of your pocket?
What?
As it were?
Is that a sandwich?
I was running the TriCaster, creating sports news for the good people of Youngstown State University.
What did he say?
What does that even mean,
Brick,
Ron?
that was the most articulate thing you've ever said in your entire life.
You put a complete sentence together. Good job, buddy.
I made a sandwich.
He made a sandwich. I'm a little upset I'm not having a bite of it, to be honest. But nonetheless, that about does it for us here at the Penguin Rundown. For news, highlights, and more, be sure to check out YSUSports.com and be sure to follow all the great folks at the Penguin Rundown on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, and Snapchat. I'm not sure what any of those things are, champ. At Penguin Rundown 1.
We didn't have those back in my youth, Ron.
No. I'm Ron Burgundy.
And I'm Champ Kine. Stay tuned to see all the people of the Penguin Rundown who helped out this year. Have a great summer. Whammy!
Stay classy, Youngstown State.